Okay, very good afternoon here on the 9th of November 2018. My name is Rishi Patel, co-founder of Master the Markets, the Elite Traders Conference of the Traders Open Day, and you're watching the weekly market roundup here at Master the Markets. 2018 coming to a close, and only a couple of trading weeks left really for us, and we've been doing these weekly roundups on a very regular basis so that you can see true transparent trading taking place every single week, with the accounts and the statements and everything like that growing as we're going along, all in real time, so you can see the trading actually does really work, and you can really do it too. Let's take a look at the performance for the week here at Master the Markets for both the live trading room and then of course the Vedanta Elite room as well. We'll take a look at both of the trading rooms, and then we'll go on to the topic of the week, which is based around 3 simple steps to assess a trader training company's credibility. So let's go ahead and have a look at that topic, but before we do that, let's analyze the trades that we have taken for the week so far. So we'll start by looking at the live trading room and the trades that have been taken for the week so far. So you can see actually here on the Liftoff 3.0, no new trades taken this week except for one, which is the pound US dollar, which is currently running. We actually took that last night. On the 8th of November, we entered the market short on the close of yesterday's bar. Let's take a look to see where that is. That's actually here. So you can see we short the market on the close of yesterday's bar, and we are seeing a little bit of downside kicking into place at the moment. We're roughly about £100 up on that position on the Liftoff 3.0, and you can see we are looking to hold it for the long term. We're going to be, of course, holding it until we get to the, if we get, of course, to the previous swing low just there. So that's the goal of the Liftoff 3.0 just there. We're looking for a longer term move, looking to capture the maximum amount of open equity. Our objective in this strategy, of course, 70% of the phase move just there. The phase 1 move just there is the objective there. So we'll see if this does proceed lower into the next coming days. I'm pretty confident that it will. And we'll continue to monitor that. Of course, the advantage with the live trading room, we get to track and monitor and adjust the stop loss every single day. The Liftoff 3.0 actually has 3 categories of stop loss management, which are extremely well segregated, and because of the level of segregation of the Liftoff 3.0 strategies, what we do see is the fact that we will be able to manage the trade in the live trading room as we've taken it with everyone that's watching. So that's the pound dollar that's running currently there. Nothing else has been taken this week on the live trading room. It's been a pretty quiet week for us. If we look over at the Money Bars 2.0 cash, again, same thing. We don't really have much going on here in the market at this time. Nothing for the week this week, which is not unusual. The Money Bar strategy, remember, relatively low frequency. You can see here, if I look at the system tab, at least for Money Bars, we've only taken, you can see 17 actually. In fact, not even 17 trades, because some of these are cancelled just here, so we'll just delete those ones out. And then you've got actually 15 trades for the year so far. In fact, that shouldn't be on the system because that is not a system trade. That should be on the cash, which it is just there, and that's not really the right price as well. In fact, where did we get out of this? So just a little discrepancy in the journal, which I'll now correct. You can see at the moment the journal is showing a profit of 0.51%, but actually that's not what happened. We actually had a small loss on the euro yen. We actually exited on the close of this outsider bar, and that was 127.68 was the close. That's where we got out, 127.68. Let's go ahead and update that, 127.68. So that was last week, and it was a loss of minus 0.16. Okay, I'll just go ahead and save that. When I save this file, the unique thing is, of course, this will update in the cloud for everyone that is attached to the Live Trade Mentorship or Live Trade Mentorship Advanced. And that's brilliant because you get to see all the trades being updated in real time. Where we take profits, we take them in real time and transparently. And where we take losses, it's the same thing just there. So only 16 trades so far this year on the Money Bar strategy. Let's just check that that's correct, that figure. It is indeed 16 trades just there, absolutely correct. You can see statistics for it. 16 trades, 12 winners, 4 losers, a 75% reliability, giving us just under 15% of net upside. 888 pips of upside. You can see it's done the calculation for us just there over 16 trades. Not bad at all. And the liftoff 3.0 we can take a look at. GBP USD currently running. This is not a valid trade, so 22 just there, and it'll just check that that's the correct number as well. Everything on the journal verifiable and quantified, of course, very important. So there we go, 22 trades taken so far for the year on liftoff. Not as good a performance. You can see we're 74 pips down there, and a net profit of only 0.79%, of only 31% of trades taking profit just there. But take a look, interestingly, of the 15 losers, we lost actually 7.41%. So you can see the average loss is minus 0.49, but look at the average profit. The upside outstrips everything there that you can imagine. So that's the idea just there on the liftoff 3.0. So we're live on that cable. We'll see how that pans out. We're pretty confident on that we should see some downside, and let's go for the open equity there to see this move continue on. We'll continue to monitor that. So let's go over to the elite room. A very quiet week all in all, even on the elite room as well. You can see they are running a trade short on smart money on the pound dollar just there. Smart money strategy, of course, looking for a higher open equity than the liftoff 3.0. One of the Vedanta elite strategies, very, very powerful indeed. And if we look at the swing profit system, again, no new trades as well. Same thing on prime profits as well. We had a potential into last week, but didn't satisfy our core criteria. Aussie dollar again this week was a potential as well, but didn't trigger. So nothing for us from that perspective at all just there. So on the elite room, very quiet as well, only running one trade short on the pound dollar, which is in profit, as well as the trade here on liftoff 3.0. So two profitable trades running in open profit at the moment, and that's the market roundup. Let's take a look at a couple of the world markets and do some basic analysis here on these. So we'll start by looking at the dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss continuing to see upside just here. You can see we are currently waiting for a swing high in the market to confirm, which would indicate that the price does need to press a little lower. It's an interesting one because you've already got a primary high that's set up here. This basically means at this stage, this bar pattern tells us 75% chance now that this will go ahead and confirm this swing high here. The highest point will go ahead and confirm as a swing high over the next couple of days. So there's a 75% chance that that can happen just there. And if not, this high will be broken and we'll see a swing high setting up a little later on down the line. But 75% chance that we will see the upside confirmed, the swing high confirmed just there. Pound dollar, again, is the same thing. We've got the correct pattern here for a primary high. Again, telling us there's a 75% chance that the swing high will confirm. Again, which is good for our liftoff trade because it's just telling us that there's more potential to the downside should the swing high confirm. You can see most of the time when swing high confirms, you do get a little bit of downside. You don't get it moving up straight away. And that, of course, has to be the case because the market moves in cycles and not in straight lines, which, of course, makes it possible for us to trade these trading strategies. The Master the Market's entire strategy set just looks to capture highs and lows of the market before you get a turning point. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this confirmed swing high to kick into the market, but we've taken the trade even before the swing high has confirmed according to the mathematical algorithm taught to us by institutional traders, which we're using here to make money on a live ongoing basis. So you're seeing that the downside is we're looking for that to kick in just there. And again, a primary high pattern has formed, which is ideal for us there. Here is the Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar is, of course, again, we're looking for a swing high to confirm at this time. And the reason that we say that is because why? You've got a swing low already in the market. Next thing that's got to happen is a swing high. Again, another primary high in the market, 75% chance of confirming. Euro Japanese yen. Again, this looks good. To the downside, you can see that we have a potential to see this coming up. This was an interesting one yesterday in the live trading room. We were looking at potentially taking this short, but we didn't in the end. And the reason we were looking to take this short actually on the low of this bar just here, but we didn't take that short in the end. And you can see if we'd had it, we would have been in a profit, but that's not the point. The reason we didn't take it short is because it didn't meet all of the criteria that we're looking for. This setup here, which was the English channel, which was the reason for getting into the trade, we didn't see meeting the criteria. The English channel has 3 key criteria that it needs to meet, which you would of course understand in Master the Markets Live Trade Mentorship Advanced. You'd understand these criteria, but of course it didn't meet these criteria, and as a result of that, we didn't end up taking this short. That doesn't mean to say that this won't be a profitable trade. Someone could have taken this against the rules. It could move lower, and we could see some upside on that and some profitable trading up to a 3.5%, 4% profit target. But the point is, it didn't meet the criteria, and as a result that we don't take the trading opportunity. We never know what's going to happen in the future, but we can only stack probability in our favor, and that's the beautiful thing about the science and the mathematics behind this. Once you get better at understanding the statistics of the market, the bar patterns that can form, the scientific aspect of it, then you transition slowly towards having experience and then creating it into an art. And it was very interesting because I was speaking to a client last week about this, and he was very much saying that our approach here at Master Market is scientific, and he is approaching it more from an artistic perspective. But I said to him that the balance needs to be found between the two, and I firmly believe that you can't make this into an art until you first make it into a science from which you've understood it mathematically, from the perspective of understanding the statistics of what the different bar patterns produce, which is exactly what we've done here at Master Markets, made it all quantified. And then you can transition towards making it into an art, and that's the way that this really should be done, step by step, in a methodological way, because then we can track it and measure it. So then here we go on the dollar Japanese yen. Dollar Japanese yen, you can't see too much happening. We're still seeing the move higher based off of this last swing low. So a good amount of open equity here has already been consumed. So we may see a swing high occurring at some point. We do have an indication here of a failed primary setup, which is a good sign of a potential downside move. If this low here is broken of this bar, if this stays as an inside bar and the low of this bar is broken, then of course there is a 75% probability. I don't think it's 75%, my apologies. The exact probability is 70%. 70% that the next move will become a confirmed swing high if this low is broken just here. So let's be on the lookout for that. We'll keep monitoring the various currencies for that to happen just there. Bitcoin, very interesting Bitcoin, because it's really ranging at this time. Really ranging. You can see the fact that you're getting multiple market compressions taking place just here, and the market is really squeezing. Generally speaking, when we see market compressions, which is only 10% of the time, the market is then followed by a sharp breakout to the upside or to the downside. Now, in the case of Bitcoin, it'll be interesting to see which side that breaks out. My gut feel on that will be that we'll have a breakout to the downside first, before we see an upside move. And this will be a good point to start looking, if you're looking into potentially investing into Bitcoin, which I certainly am in bulk. You can then look for certain points in the market when the price, and if the price does continue to break this support, there will be some buy opportunities at the low here. We'll be discussing these more on Traders Basecamp, of course, on the weekend. Next weekend, there are only a few places left. If you'd like to come along, work with us on a live one-to-one basis and learn some profitable strategies that can get you to make serious returns in the market, Traders Basecamp is the place to be. Taking place next weekend on the 17th and 18th of November in London. So that's pretty much it. Let's go on to the topic of the week. The topic of the week, of course, is how you can verify a trader training company's credibility using 3 simple steps. The first step there being a trade journal. This is what I would do. If I were to start my trading journey from scratch, I would ask these 3 questions to the trader training company to see and understand and verify if they are the right people to teach me. This is what I would do, because now, having myself and through 20 years of cumulative experience along with our mentors, 40 years of cumulative experience in the market, what we would do if we were starting from scratch in the position of a complete beginner is ask the trader training company a couple of key questions to understand how good they are. And these are these 3 key questions in 3 steps. So the first step would be, we would ask them for a trade journal. Now, a trade journal is simply a log of all of the trades that have been taken for the past year, for the past 3 years, for the past 5 years. And that trade journal needs to contain the entry price where the trader entered the market, the stop, the target, the exit price, and what the cumulative results are as well, because there's no point seeing just this information unless they've accumulated all the results to prove what profitability the trades have had and have been taken. And the other thing I would do as well is I would ask the trader if these trades were taken as well in real time, and is there an account statement to back that. So a good trade journal like the one that you saw here that I'm using for the live trading room in the Vedanta Elite room here is the one that you're looking for. It has all of this information in it. As you know, here at Master the Markets, we have all of this already and have had for the past 6 years as we've traded the market live and transparently. Second step, account statements. Now the account statements, interestingly, should have exactly the same criteria inside them. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to show you a sample of our account statements just here. We have an amazing WhatsApp broadcast list who we actually communicate to on a regular basis with trades, live trade updates, market roundup updates. And we had a response back from one of the participants recently saying that we're only showing our profitable trades, but there's a reason for that. It's because the individual has only seen the profitable trades, but we of course talked about everything, and I know that because all of the trades that we've taken have had their account statements published. Now this is the thing that you have to understand, because you may see someone's trade journal as I showed you in the prior step, but what if they haven't taken the trades live, or these are just back tested trades? Then that person wouldn't be able to prove the whole thing with an account statement. Now I'll take this opportunity to quickly show you the money bars as an example, the money bars trading strategy for the year so far. So you can see this is every trade that has been taken from the 1st of January through till yesterday, all logged here, 16 trades taken. So this is the trade journal. It's got the entry, the stop, the target, it's got the exit price and the actual profit and loss. It's also got at the bottom the cumulative results as well. So that's and you can see in China, very lucky number for all the Chinese there, 888, not bad at all. So 14.93% of upside on that account. But then what we do is the second step, as I said, the accounts. And there is a larger printout of the account statement that you saw on the slide. And you can see all of the money bars trades, all 16 trades that have been taken have been stacked here. And there you can see even the last trade that was taken on money bars, the euro dollar, was floating profit at that time. This is now all banked out for a 14,400 pound profit. In fact, you can see that on this shot just here. There we go. This is the banked statement with no further running trades, and you can see closed on that euro dollar for £1,980 of upside, £14,400, which matches perfectly the trade journal for the. There is the 14.93% of upside, and every trade taken on the account statements as well, just there, proven to you all. They're live and in real time. So that's the idea just there. What's the final step? Well, the final step, of course, is does that trader trading company have 1, the journal, 2, the account statements, 3, all the live video analysis logged and recorded with the trader calling all the trades before they were actually taken? Because unless you call the trades before they were taken, how can the community take part in the trading opportunities? They can't, or it's very difficult. And as a result, you know, what we do is we take videos of all of the trades through our live trading room before we take the opportunities. We share them with our community, and all of the videos are also archived as well, all accessible for the live trade membership and live trade membership advanced candidates just there. So that's the idea behind the money bar strategy, behind the lift-off strategy, the account statements, the journals, the videos. All these 3 steps, so taking the journal, the account statement, the live video analysis, all these 3 steps are critical to assessing the credibility of a trader trading company. If a trader trading company could not at this stage provide me with these 3 documents, with these 3 archives, then that would lead me to basically say that I am not interested in working with them because they can't prove that their strategies can help me to make money in real time, which is of course my objective. That's pretty much it from me for this video. Until the next time, stay disciplined, follow your plan, and keep trading like a master. Bye for now.